Some crazy footage emerging over the weekend of An Garda Síochána, the Guardians of the Peace, the Irish police, in active recruitment drives in what looks like either mosques or local Muslim community centres. That in and itself is not the main issue. It's the words that were used, or some of the language that was used by the Gardaí recruitment agents, that were a little odd, to say the least. And also, this week in Croke Park in Dublin, there's a huge recruitment fair going on for refugees in Ireland. Dozens and dozens of companies heading to Croke Park, slap bang in the centre of Dublin, to recruit refugees into Irish workplaces. So I just want to look at what's being said. You can draw your own conclusions from it based on everything else that's going on at the moment. I want to start off with this statement that the so-called Justice Minister, Jim O'Callaghan, has said over the last few days. He's pinned it to his social media profile. He said, "My first priority as Minister for Justice is to get more Gardaí onto our streets. Garda recruitment is now open. It's a job worth doing." So, of course, you need a strong and effective police force if you want to maintain law and order on your streets. But the numbers aren't there. The recruitment drives don't seem to be working. Many Irish people are not joining An Garda Síochána. So the net is being thrown out, maybe desperately being thrown out, to grab and recruit as quickly as possible from wherever. You see, O'Callaghan yourself, "My first priority as Minister for Justice is to get more Gardaí onto our streets." That's to address the current crime epidemic, for example, in Dublin. But what about prevention being better than cure? What's the source of many violent incidents that are currently happening at the minute? What's the reason for the big spike in crime over the last decade or so? Doesn't look like it's getting any better. Is the answer to put more police on the streets? Is it? Leave me your thoughts, comments, and opinions below. Here we have one of two video clips that has surfaced over the weekend. I'm not going to play the videos. This is a still taken from one of the videos, but if you're on X or Twitter or Facebook, whatever you use, you can find these easily enough with a search. This is a Garda sergeant, I think, and this is some of the things that this guy has said in this clip, and two of the phrases have been put into words and stuck onto this video. When you build your mosques, we can come and visit you and maybe bring an Irish stew. Very hospitable. Not sure it would go down too well. Maybe it would, I don't know. When our guards wear the headpiece, and what he's referring to there is a statement to say ladies from the community wearing headscarves in Garda uniform. That's what we want to see. That's what this guy actually said. Also, men praying in Garda stations with their prayer mats. We want to see that. We want to see more of that. What about we want to see a reduction in crime? What about we want to see the streets cleared up? What about we want to see knife crime gone? Why does it have to be appealing and appealing to certain people to join the Guards? And if they want to join and they're able to join, and, you know, there's an active recruitment process, that the net is thrown open to everyone, fair enough. But is this guy going into Irish community centres trying to recruit Guards, or does he think it's a waste of time? Are you in an area that the Guards have tried to recruit in? Or have they been avoiding your area like the plague? Again, let me know in the comment section below. And this is another still from another video that was doing the rounds. Here we have several Guards standing, appealing again to the local community to join. And this is what they have said. And this is extremely disturbing, I would think. Please don't rule it out, as in Garda membership. Please, please Please don't rule it out. We need the Muslim community, and he also referenced the travelling community, and he also referenced other communities. We need them, he said, to be represented. You need able, fit, strong people to uphold the law. Even last week, the fitness test was relaxed for the guards because so many people couldn't pass it. Unfit, overweight, sedentary, weak people joining a role that involves, in some cases, heavy duty physicality. There should be a minimum standard for fitness and even to be able to carry yourself about instead of throwing the net up and say, oh, we'll just take anyone because Jim O'Callaghan's desperate. Please don't rule it out. We need the Muslim community and the travelling community and other communities. To be fair, that's what he said. And then he goes on to say this guy who's speaking, we can't be all Irish men and women. We can't. That's what he said. We can't be all Irish men and women. What, the Irish police force can't be all Irish men and women? Their job is to protect. They're called An Garda Síochána, the guardians of the peace. It doesn't say the guardians of the peace that cannot be all Irish. We need to protect communities and police areas. It's obviously not happening at the minute. So they're trying to appeal to certain communities to boost the ranks because maybe the response is so bad from Irish communities. But that's the state of play. This guy actually said, he said, we can't be all Irish men and women in modern day Ireland in 2025. Again, I'm just relaying back what this guy has said, and a simple search of social media or the internet will unearth these videos. In Croke Park, job fair for refugees taking part in Croke Park. There it is. Around 40 employers are taking part in the job fair at GAA HQ. Okay. Hiring platform Indeed and the UN Refugee Agency are holding a job fair at Croke Park. Organisers said the event will give hundreds of refugees, job seekers, the opportunity to connect with employers recruiting for open vacancies. Around 40 employers in sectors such as hospitality, retail, healthcare, transport, and skilled trades will be there. I mean, are there no Irish people able to do these jobs? Do they want to do these jobs? Companies such as Marriott, Dublin Bus, Pennies, Brown Thomas, AbbVie are on site to meet with refugee job seekers about job opportunities. They will conduct interviews for a range of roles across various skill sets. And here we have, during the event, translation services will be provided in Ukrainian, Russian, Arabic, Farsi, and several European languages. Well, I would have thought that if you were at a refugee job fair in Croke Park looking to get employment, for example, in hospitality, retail, healthcare, or skilled trades, you should be able to communicate without an interpreter. I would have thought working in hospitality, if you speak Arabic but not English or whatever, Ukrainian, think about it. If you were Irish and you went to work in Saudi Arabia and no one spoke English there and you didn't speak a word of Arabic, it would be reasonable to assume that your employer would say, sorry, you need to be able to speak the language if you want to be facing our customers and dealing with our customers. That's logical. Job seekers will be given one-to-one advice on how to create CVs and cover letters for the Irish job market. As a condition for participation in job fairs, employers will be required to commit to a 5-point pledge affirming their commitment to hiring refugee job seekers. Again, the best people should go towards jobs anywhere. There should be meritocracy anywhere in the world. This having to tick boxes and having to have certain percentages of your workforce from certain communities, the best people should get the jobs always. Always. But you must sign up 5-point pledge. 5-point pledge. UNHCR figures show that in 2024, more than 120,000 refugees were located in Ireland, along with more than 28,500 people still in the asylum process. So we're looking at 150k. These numbers include more than 105,000 Ukrainians who have arrived in Ireland. So some people are coming, some people are working, they're paying their way, they're keeping out of bother, they can interact, they can communicate. But many people that are flooding into Ireland don't speak. At least they claim not to be able to speak any language other than their own. They're not working. They're not communicating. They are breaking laws in some cases. They should be deported. But today we have this job fair on at the home of the GAA in Croke Park. So again, I'm just relaying back what I can see, scratching my head, maybe along with a lot of other people, thinking, is this really happening today? Yes, it is. Why can the Guards not recruit enough Irish people? Or why do they not want to recruit only Irish people, in the words of that chap who was standing in the mosque or the community centre saying, the Guards can't be all Irish men and women. They can't be. Can't be. Has he been told to say that? Is that something that came out in the spur of the moment? Is that something that was blurted out maybe in a moment of nervousness? I don't know. It's just very bizarre. So that's the state of play as per this morning. Leave me your thoughts, comments and opinions below. Subscribe to the channel, join the channel. I'm Rick Munn, No Risk, No Reward Media, over and out.